A very good evening all, and welcome to Hedge Racing Season 2, Race 2, as we are here in the Red Bull Ring in Austria. We've got 14 tonight, a bit of a shortage on last week. We actually had a full grid last week of 20, but a few, obviously it is Saturday night and obviously people are busy and whatnot. It is only a game, so it's understandable that we're going to miss a couple. Big shout out to Zed Jelly, the winner from last year. He took his PS4 with him to his dad's and forgot the controller, so can't race. So big up Jelly, well done Jelly. 5 stars for you, mate. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, we're here tonight with 14. Now do bear with me, it's the first time I've done commentary on my own in quite a while, to be honest, in a fairly long time. Can somebody just let me know that the stream is okay, that you can hear me, it all looks okay? If someone could just give me a quick thumbs up, that'd be beautiful. In the meantime, while we wait for that, let's have a quick look at some laps. We're on board with Jacko in the Ferrari. Oh, cheers Favi, all good mate, hope you're well. Yeah, Jacko on the Ferrari here, last week's race winner. A beautiful start to the season for Mr. Jacko, and I'm sure that he'll look to continue that tonight alongside his teammate Mike. It's a real opportunity tonight for the Ferraris, one of the few teams that actually have everybody here. Got a couple of new drivers tonight as well on board with Carlin in the McLaren. He's new to the league, as is Kino. It's a spin there, and it is the Haas of AEK. It's a Roman Grosjean moment. It literally is typical. Just grinding my light. Oh no, mate, I can't eat FIFA 21 myself. But anyway, back to F1. Yeah, AEK, not the moment that the Haas driver wants. He's all over the show, and he's gonna. Oh, he needs to get out the track. He's drunk, and that is Haas all over in real life, on the game. That is literally that is just F1 for you, isn't it? And that's just Haas, to be honest. They're a mess. Yeah, quick. We'll do a quick sort of. I'm gonna get on board with somebody who can race. No offense, AEK, I love you. We'll get on board with Mike. He's on his out lap, and we'll take on a lap of Austria when he gets to the start, as he's warming his tyres on the old Ferrari. So anyway, I'm rambling on. We're here for race 2. Last week in Monza, it finished. I got it here somewhere. Jacko won the race, the Ferrari. 25 points for him. P2 was Scalesy in the racing part, another driver that unfortunately isn't here tonight. So an opportunity for a couple of other drivers to get some points on the board early on in the season. Franco with a surprise P3. That was due to some penalty removals, and also Vipers, who you may have thought, people may be sitting thinking, actually Vipers won last week. Yeah, Vipers did win, but I'll make it very clear, Vipers is a reserve driver. Just like Jay Silver tonight, he's a reserve driver, and reserve drivers are here to fill in, but they won't actually count for towards any points for the constructors or the driver standing. So Vipers did win officially, but technically not, because he's a reserve. So I'm going off. This is not including Vipers. Franco P3. What a start for Mr. Pompey in the Alpha Tower. Sorry, in the Williams. Not in the Alpha Tower. In the Williams. I'm sure he'll look to continue that tonight. P4 was AJ Brewer. A good start for yeah. To be fair, he was a bit unlucky because Brewer did actually come higher than Pompey, but there was a penalty removal. And he lost it. I'm getting a lot of comments here, guys. I got it on my phone. I didn't really want to risk the Wi-Fi, so I can't really see the comments very well. So I'll try and read as many comments as I can a bit later on. But at the moment, I can't. I'll do my absolute best though as we go along. 15 viewers already, which is pretty crazy for quality. So I do appreciate it. Back to the standings, yeah. Brewer got 10 points and P5 was Hobbsy with 8. And a bit of trouble in Monza last week. Hobbsy was Bambi on ice, wasn't he? He'll be looking to put that right tonight. I thought we'll do something a little bit different this season. Now, the calendar at the moment, everyone who's in the league will know the calendar at the moment ends just before Christmas. But I am planning on, and we've already discussed it with everybody, that the calendar will get extended, and we'll end up doing the full calendar, every single race. So I wanted to mention that the calendar will get extended this week, and we're doing every single race this season. So I wanted to put that out there. As Chris Panda goes past a McLaren of Hobbs. Was it McLaren of Hobbs? I think it wasn't. It was the Haas again, wasn't it? Anyway, enough distractions. The season 1 results in Austria. I thought people might want to know this. This was the top 3. last time out, this time last season. Jelly did take the win. Well, we know that's not going to happen tonight. It's impossible. So we're going to get a new Austria winner tonight. Hobbsy got a P2 and Mike Whitty got a P3. That was last season should I say. F1 2019 in Season 1 at the Red Bull Ring. Constructor standings, excuse me, so far. Racing Point, P1, 26 points. Ferrari very close behind with 25 points. And the Williams on 16 points. The Red Bull Ring, a bit of information for you. This will be a 38 lap Grand Prix, and it is a a circuit that's 2.6 miles in length. 3 DRS zones on board with Mike Whitty now. He's going on DRS number 1. He'll go around turn 3 here and head straight onto DRS number 2 pretty much straight away. You go on turn 3 and boom, you're on him. This is one of the golden overtaking zones on the Grand Prix, that is for sure. Go around turn 4 in a moment, as you can see. Nice little sharp right hand turn onto turn 4, quickly onto turn 5 as well. There's not really many professional corners or turns or names on Austria. It's pretty basic, so it's basically just turn 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It isn't really known. Mike's got an invalidated lap time, so that is him done. Hobbsy taking the extra point for quality so far, a 1:04. Then we've got a really exciting top 3. And Carlin, to be fair, the new boy, he's right in the mix. He's only just, look how close he is to Chris Panda. It is close, and it is looking very tasty so far. Now on board with L. Wyatt in the Alpha. He needs to climb ladder. It's his first lap. He wants to get into that top 10. I've heard that the weather, it's got a bit of rain at the end. A little birdie has told me. I can't check the weather officially, but I've heard that. Oh, I've just dropped my controller. I've heard that there could be a bit of rain towards the end of the Grand Prix. And I do believe Chris Panda told me there was some rain here last year. I can't remember, but apparently there was some rain here last year as well. So it could be pretty tasty at the Red Bull Ring. I haven't really got much more I can discuss with you, I don't think. 5 minutes after quali. Anyone got any questions? Bit of a Q&A while I'm waiting, because there's not really much I can discuss. I can show you lap times, and I'm on my own. I've got no limit with me, so it can be quite a lonely place, kind of commentary box when you've got no partner with you. So yeah, I'm trying to pass some time really, and wait till the race starts, I suppose. And don't judge me, because it's my first race in a while on my own. So if I do slip up tonight, get Chimp in the box. Oh dear. Haas best team in Hedge racing. Well, they had a decent start last week, didn't they? So well, AEK did. He's on his own tonight, isn't it? Oh, it is AEK. It is Mr. Andrew. Good luck tonight, Andrew. Chimp in the box, we don't want that. It's just as bad as he is in the box, he's on the track. I'm happy to help out. I bet you are, Mr. Chimp. Good evening. How's Jacob going to commentate Monaco? Hey Cam, you'll get your turn, mate. Don't worry about that. You'll add a bit of humour to the box, won't you, as well? So I'm sure we can arrange that one night. I'm actually not here next Saturday. It's my girlfriend's birthday and I've been dragged round to her house. So I'm not here next Saturday. So if anybody wants to do commentary, PM me, and we'll do some little sessions this week, and we'll see if anyone's suitable enough and sensible enough to do commentary next weekend. I might be able to try and sneak it at my girlfriend's house, but I'll discuss that as we go along. But no, I'm only joking. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do commentary next weekend, and it's actually Catalonia. We are in, I don't know what Spanish accent that was. We are in Spain as Chris Panda takes the fastest lap of 1:03.5, and for now, the Red Bull of Chris Panda has snatched the point away from the likes of Hobbsy, Mike, and Carlin. But I'm sure it is very much to be oh my god, to be continued. I had a few drinks tonight as well, so this could be fun. Could be a bit of a laughing stock, wouldn't it, all over YouTube? But I'll do my best. Yeah, I've made a few notes here. If you are racing tonight and you are listening, I know a few of you are listening, please, 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 please get your incidents in before 12 o'clock on Sunday, tomorrow. 12 o'clock dinner time tomorrow. Any incidents that come in after 12 o'clock dinner time tomorrow will not be counted. If you lag out, you won't score points. I think we knew this from last week. If you lag out tonight, the only exception is if you lag out within 3 laps before the end. Obviously, if you've done practically the full race and you lag out, it's a bit unfair. So, a bit of a guideline there. If you lag out 3 laps before the end, you will still be counted for points. But anything before that, you will not. I feel like I'm doing the terms and conditions on like a really, really poor. Don't ring me. In fact, I'm doing the terms and conditions on a really poor like game show or something. Do you know they do season C's at the end? No one listens to them. I think I'm doing that. Extra points for driver a day, fastest lap, and of course the quali, which at the moment is going to Chris Panda. I think everybody already knows that anyway. Sorry, stop ringing me. Sorry about this. Anyway, I do apologise. Got an annoying muppet ringing me. I think he knows who he is. Jim, stop ringing me please, mate. It's not ideal. Yeah, extra points for driver day, fastest lap and quali. I did note down that Greg was the start of a 5 here tonight. So that ban and that penalty will carry over to next week in Catalonia, in Barcelona. Yeah, I mentioned that we'll be doing all 22 circuits this season. That'll get updated on the calendar this week. And a big thank you as well. So, I do it all the time. You know what I'm like. A big thank you to all the drivers for last season. I didn't really get to say thank you again. But thank you for last season, and if you're still here this season, a big thank you again. We had 20 drives on the grid last week. Such short notice, which was fantastic. A bit less tonight. But it's very nice to see again that we have a lot of drivers that are giving up their Saturday evening. I know there's not much we can do at the moment. You know, it's locked down anyway. But it's nice to see. And I think that's pretty much me done in terms of waffling for now. Can anyone let me know again that the stream's okay? I just want to keep checking. If anyone can give me a bit of a thumbs up, just to let me know that we're all good. That would be tremendous, actually. Quick drink. And we'll get prepared. As Mike Whitty's happy with his time. It's a P3 for the Ferrari of Mike. It looks like a battle between the likes of Carl and AFL, Hobbsy and Chris. Maybe Lewis as well for the P1. Cheers, Greg. Chimp, can I join you, please? I've already been asked tonight, Chimp, to be fair, mate, if people can join me, and I said no, with it being the first one. Favi, if you can get on... Oh, we can't really back out, mate, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shit. Oh, Vipers, hello, mate. Yeah, Favi, if you want to join the league as a reserve, mate, from next week, happily. I can't really do it now, because obviously... Unless you can join me for the next 3 minutes. Not really, but from next week if you want to be a reserve, yeah. Yeah, Chimp, from next week, oh sorry, the week after when I do commentate again, I want to start having people on with me, maybe someone different every week, because I've had 3 or 4 people now ask. I did say no for the first night, just because I wanted to get back into it myself. I've not done it on my own for a while. So, from next week, sorry, from the week after, yes, you can do a commentary with me, 100%. I've already had, I think Greg's asked, Cam's asked, Mr. Jacob Bryce has asked as well. So we've got quite a few on the list, I think. A few guest commentators. I'm sure Limmy will probably do one as well. I'm sure we can get Limmy on throughout the season for a couple. Can you drive? Well, we know the answer to that, Chimp. It's a very silly question. We know the answer to that. Anyway, enough waffling from me. Qualifying is practically over, and at the moment, Chris Panda is taking the extra point on the board. And I need to make a quick note of that, actually, because that is an extra point, as I said. Safety car first corner, it wouldn't surprise me, mate. The thing with Austria is it's such a short rundown to turn 1. It's not like in Mexico where there's so much time for overtakes, and if you get the... It's similar to Monza, innit? I mean, obviously the turn 1 in terms of... So I'm just reading something... Sorry, just reading some news on Man City. It's got to be done on it when it pops up. Yeah, the turn 1 in Austria compared to Italy is so much different. But what I mean by it is that they're both so short going down to turn 1. And it's important, obviously, like you say, if you get... Can you spectate? You should be spectating on stream. You're watching the stream, that is spectating. As Callan gets very close to the back of Hobbs, and it looks like Chris Panda has taken maximum points. I say maximum points, he's taken 1 point for quali. So congratulations to Chris. He is the qualifying winner. GG's in the chat. And an extra point on the board for Mr. Chris Panda, who got absolutely no points at all last week. He wasn't feeling too well. And I'm hoping for a podium though. It may that as many people get a 14 tonight, and Jay Silver can't actually get points because he's the reserve. So there's only 3 people technically that could miss out on points, which is interesting, of course. You know, like I say, Jay Silver is a reserve. Technically speaking, there's only 13 races, drivers, whatever you want to call them. So it's, you know, there's only 3 that could miss out on points. Obviously, the likelihood is there'll be DNFs, there'll be safety cars, there'll be VSCs, there'll be penalties, there'll be so much. I'm sure there'll be plenty of controversy. As qualifying ends, that is qualifying done, and we are ready for the race. And it looks like Chris Panda has taken maximum points. I'm going to get a very quick drink, get a quick screenshot of the standings. Congratulations to Chris Panda. It's a front row for him and Hobbsy. Second row, Mike and AFL. It's Jacko in the race winner from last week alongside Carlin. Lewis and Alfie. Keno and Pompey making up the top 10. AK and AJ Brewer. And then you've got the last row tonight, Jay Silver and Whitey. Back in 2 seconds. Good evening, everybody. I'm back. It looks like a very misty Austria, doesn't it? Phew. It looks very, very misty in the Hungaro ring. I need to wake up. In the Red Bull ring, should I say? It's very, very misty indeed. So it could be an interesting race. And of course, the weather. Sorry, so let's put my laptop away. Bear with me. The weather plays a massive, massive part in everyone's choice of tyres. Of course, I don't believe we've got rain at the start. However, it does look very, very, very dull. Predictions for the race. Oh, I never like doing predictions because it seems very unfair. I want everyone to do well. But I will do them. I'm going to go. I think Chris Panda will win. I'm going to go Hobbsy second, and I'm going to go Mike. I'm going to literally say how it is for the... sorry, I'm just getting sorted. For the... Well, as it is now. The top 3 as it is now. That's my prediction. Again, I might not be right, but we will see. Let's get set up as we're on the formation lap, and it is currently Chris Panda who will start off in that P1 position. How crucial will it be for Chris Panda to keep that lead going into turn 1 and beyond, especially with the likes of Hobbsy and Mike, AFL, Jacko all on his tail. I think the midfield could be interesting today as well. Frank Pompey we won't be happy with that, Pomps. He got a top 3 last week as Callan. I mean, I said this to Jack last week, I said to Limmy on his commentary for a race, that there's so many AFLs left. Oh dear, and his connections let him down again. And we know what that means, don't we, guys? AFL will be getting absolutely no points tonight. It is massively disappointing for him. He does have connection issues, we know that. And you've got a feel for AFL. I mean, that is... Oh, on the soul! I forgot to check strategy. Everyone bar Jay Silver on the mediums. Sorry, on the softs. I need to wake up, don't I? Everyone bar Jay Silver is on the softs, which could be interesting. So yeah, basically AFL, he's just messaged me now. Unfortunately, and it's pretty, you know, it is unfortunate, but it happened last week to somebody. If you lag out, I said it during qualifying, unless it's the last 3 laps of the race, you'll get no points. So it does open it up a little bit more now and gives other people opportunity to get points again. So here we go, as Chris Panda lines up right at the front of the grid to start off and kick off this Austrian Grand Prix. I wish you all the best of luck today. Whitey in the Williams, completing the grid, and we are ready for lights out in Austria. And it's lights out, now we go, and Lewis White gets a drive-through pen for a jump start, but Chris Panda gets a superb start. Hobbsy, followed by Mike, followed by Jack up by 1, AFL's AI down by 2, Alfie's up by 2 as well, but it's Chris Panda who leads. Got an incident at the back involving the likes of Jay Silver, but back towards the front, it's Chris Panda who's got an awesome start and keeps his lead going into turn 3 of the Grand Prix. I'm not sure what happened about his penalties all over the show, but Chris Panda keeps lead. But here comes Hobbsy going for the left-hand side of Chris Panda. Could he get an overtake here? Going into turn 4. He doesn't. Chris Panda holds on, but what a start to this Grand Prix. Chris Panda remains in the lead. Carl and Taylor down 7 at the back. I think there was an incident with Jay Silver. I didn't catch it, but I believe there was an incident with Jay Silver towards the back. But the main point is Chris Panda with a 0.6 second lead on the McLaren of Hobbsy, followed very closely by Mike. Jacko is up by 1. It's a superb start for the Ferrari pair. I do believe he did get a penalty though, Jacko. I'm sure you'll probably to submit that later, depending on how serious or not it was. Alfie up 3. What a superb start for the Mercedes of Alfie, up by 3. And AJ Brewer up by 6, but he is pitting, AJ Brewer. Very long. Was he involved? There's a few pitting. Brewer, Lewis, and Carl all in the pits. We'll check that out a bit later. But here, Hobbsy, I didn't even see it. Apologies. We've got change. What has happened to the what? I don't know what's going on here. I mean, this is an absolute nightmare. If you look to the left of your screen now, you'll see that the standings are changing for fun, and it's not, this is a massive problem with F1 20. So I'm going to try to do my best. Chris is clearly leading, followed by Hobbs. I have to use a track on the right to help me out here because the standings are a mess. Says AJ Brewer's leading when he's not. Limmy did mention this, and it's an absolute disgrace, to be honest with you, from F1. It needs sorting out, but I'm going to do my absolute best. Chris is clearly leading. I think we're fixed again for now. Hobbsy, followed by Mike, followed by Jack up by 1. Closely by Alfie, who's already up 3. And look at H. Whitey up by 8 in the Williams, and Pompey up by 3. The Williams have had an incredible start. As Alfie, you will get that DRS as we head on to lap 3 already. Closing the gap on Jacko. And I'm sure we'll get him here. He's going to get him on the right hand side of Jacko. It's a Mercedes vs Ferrari battle. Jacko now goes on the inside. Sorry, Alpha goes on the inside of Jacko. We'll try and get a better view on it. And there you go. It's a real battle. Oh, and was there a touch? There may have been a touch. I don't think there was actually. It looked like they're going to collide for a minute then. Oh, it's a real battle again. But it's Jacko for now that holds on to that P4. What a dramatic start. I do apologise. A yellow flag. And it's L. Wyatt. It's Lewis in the Alpha. And it's a right hand plate damage. He's come off and he's back down to 13th. Carlin though, he's on the mediums now. Let's try and change to the tyres. Change Carlin with a fresh set of mediums. And Chris Panda for now starts in first and has now opened a 1.6 second lead on the driver behind. I do apologize, Lewis is left. I think he's given up. Sorry, very quickly, I do apologise for that bit of dodgy commentary. The standings were all over the show. Mike gets a penalty. It was very, very hard for me to cover because the standings were saying everyone was winning, etc. It was a real mess. Anyway, quick update. Lewis Wyatt's left. AFL was disconnected. And Jay Silver's only a fill-in. So technically speaking, we've only got 11 official drivers racing. It's only one at the moment. It's not getting any points, which at the moment is Brewer. Anyway, back to the front. Chris Panda, 2 seconds on Hobbsy, who's got 2 himself on Mike, followed by 2.5 to his Ferrari teammate Jacko. Excuse me, Alfie on the hunt for Jacko for that P4 spot. He's got a DRS. He won't get him here, but he'll definitely close that gap I have no doubt about it. Whitey in 6th, followed by his Williams teammate in 7th. A strong start and a few places gained for the Williams pair. AEK, who got points last week and again we're looking to get points. He's really improved AEK and he's starting to get solid points and challenge, which is great to see after a pretty tough season last season. Jay Silver and Keno complete the top 10. AFL 11th, Brewer 12th, Carlin 13th, obviously the AI now of Lewis. In 14th, but Chris Pandleby wasn't. He's open little gap. He's now 2.5 seconds on the McLaren of Hobbsy, and again, Alfie breathing down the neck of Jacko. It's only going to be a matter of time, if you until the Mercedes, that all blacked out Mercedes, will get Jacko. It goes very well to turn 1. It's DRS for the Mercedes of Alfie, and again, it's going to be a little bit too late, I think, just to get that position. Lewis just said he disconnected, another disconnect, which is a massive shame for Lewis. Unfortunately, mate, there's not much we can really do about that, but it is a bit of a shame. See you next week in Spain, hopefully. And towards the front, look at this now, it's a Ferrari battle. Why are my standings keep... Sorry about this, the standings and the map keep going dodgy as anything, which isn't great. But I'll do my best, and again it's a case of Alfie who is just stuck behind the all-red Ferrari at the moment, and I'm sure as we head on to lap 6 with some DRS, he's not really charged his battery, show 16% compared to Jacko on the 60% battery. But here goes Alfie again with another challenge, try and get Jacko. He's got the DRS, can he close the gap on the Ferrari, and is he going to go for the inside? He's going to go for it, is he? Jacko covers himself and defends really well, but Alfie's literally now breathing down the neck of that Ferrari driver. You can smell what he had for dinner, that is for sure. Chris Panda, the leader, gets a 3-second penalty, which I believe was on turn 4. And oh, look at that, how Jacko's now stuck behind Lewis Wyatt, the AI driver. He was already a lap behind, which is... Oh, no, what are you... Oh, Lewis has nearly killed Alfie. Not intentional, of course, it's an AI. But he's right in the mix there. That's brought Alfie... Sorry, Whitey back into it. This is crazy. And it's now a 3-way battle. Jacko, Alfie, Whitey have managed to get past that AI of Lewis. There could be a thorn in the side throughout the rest of the Grand Prix, that is for sure. Jacko for now holds on to that P4 as the top 3 pull away a little bit. Chris followed by Hobbsy, followed by Mike. No penalties, no safety cars or VSCs just yet, but a really intense race. And Hobbsy is now the next person. It is that deadly... that deadly turn 10, it seems to give people so many penalties. If you clip that corner, penalty, no doubt about it. Look at this again though. Alfie, again, and he's going to try and go for the position to turn 1, and now that brings in Whitey. The Williams have got a 3-way battle. This is incredible racing. Look at that. Oh my word, it's Alfie that's lost out. Whitey could go for a double overtake here and gets it. That is insane from the Williams. He's going to lose out to Jack all the way, and there's a collision. There's contact. Oh, and Alfie's gone wide. He's lost it in the Mercedes. Oh, he lost it. And that now brings in Pompey. He's a bit too far behind, actually, Pompey, who's got a real case behind him, as I like to make AK Kino. But that was incredible racing. H White there. Or White, should I say. A double overtake at one point there. He got past the 2 of them. I didn't really see that. Looks a bit unintentional contact, just a racing incident, I think there. No damage, but it has meant that Alfie, unfortunately, to be fair, has had an absolute golden start to this race. Has missed out a bit, and Alfie, to be fair, was very lucky last week. He did a really good job, and yet just disconnected towards the middle of the race. So Jay Silver now gets a penalty, another one bites the dust, and then penalties will stack up, that is for sure. But it's a shame for Alfie there. He did lag out last week, and AK gets a penalty now as well. As Franco got pressure on him now. AK Keno, and it's another 3-way battle a bit further on for that P7 position. Franco's got it at the moment, but AK, the Haas, is right behind him. And that midfield pack now is looking really interesting. Chris Panda now a 4.3 second lead, obviously not including penalties, to Hobbsy, who now leads Mike by 2.6. The top 3 remain the same as they did at the start. 8 laps in, and it is interesting. Pompey now has to get past that AI, that bot of Lewis, that is really going to be in the way throughout the race, isn't he? But between Whitey and Jacko, he's holding on to that P4 for now. But Whitey wants it. He's closing the gap. I think the stream just crashed a bit then. I do apologise. I'm doing my absolute best. Again, Whitey just hanging on behind the back of Jacko, and then Williams driving out. You'd feel with that DRS, it should be a pretty routine overtake. He's got plenty of time here. It should be a pretty routine overtake. Just the left-hand side of the Ferrari into turn 1, onto lap 9. Goes a bit wide, but gets the job done, and now can start chasing and putting a little bit of pressure on that top 3. However, he is 7 seconds behind the Ferrari of Mike Whitty, and Jacko DRS himself, and he wants that P4 back, Jacko. And Alfie, to be fair, he's not a million miles down. He's gaining some ground, Alfie, again. It could be quite soon. So it could be, should I say, a battle of 3 again. It is a battle of 3 again towards the back as Kino goes really wide in the Red Bull and comes off the track. He wanted pumping. He's now lost out to AK, and it's a P9 for Kino in the Red Bull. The new man went really, really wide, and AK, the Haas, has gained the position there. And a real shame for the Red Bull, excuse me, of Kino. Carlin's making ground. He's just past the AI of AFL. I'm not sure what happened with Carlin. I'm sure we'll get some insight after the race, but he's got work to do now, Carlin. Towards the front, Chris Panda still leads 5.3 seconds, excluding penalties. So obviously 2.6 to Mike, who's now got a 7.3 lead to his teammate Jacko, but a pretty solid job from the Ferrari so far. And here comes Whitey again. Jacko did get the P4 back, but Whitey's saying, nah, that's my position, and he wants it again. This could be a real battle between these two, and I don't think it'll be long until Alfie joins in either. He lost out early on Alfie, but he's not going to be long until he makes ground up, and it makes that little bit of a three-way battle again. So a quick drink while we watch Whitey, who's now on the... He's literally smelling Jacko's backside. DRS again here into sector 2 as we head down to turn 4. I thought for a minute then when Whitey went right behind Jacko on turn 4, it was going to be a Hamilton and an Albon moment. If you know, you know. Put it that way. It looked for a minute like it was going to be. Look at the 2 racing points. A bit further behind the pack, Jay Silver and AJ Brewer are literally neck and neck. A sea of pink. And obviously Jay Silver can't fight for points, but I'm sure he'll want to do a good job. And you never know, might be a permanent racer as we go further down the line. There you go again, that mix between Jacko and... Oh, that's because Jacko's in the pits. He's seen enough of them softs now. Whitey will get the position, as will Alfie, and Jacko will lose quite a few positions. Is he going to put on some, I would imagine, some mediums? He's got a penalty to serve in the pitch, Jacko, that's going to cost him. We'll come back to him a bit later on. Mike 3 seconds behind Hobbs. That top 3 started as it is, and it remains as it is. Chris Hobbsy, excuse me, and Mike, and no safety car yet, but you feel if it does happen, and it might do, could play a big factor. Jacko for the mediums, he comes out in P8, just ahead of Brewer. He's got the 2 racing points literally behind him, and Brewer will fancy this on the DRS. He's going to go for it, Brewer, and this could be a real battle here. Jacko's got 2 racing points and a Red Bull right behind him, obviously on fresher tyres, but that won't stop the likes of Brewer and Jay pushing for that P8 position and putting the Ferrari under a bit of pressure. There's a penalty, and another penalty for Mike, and they're going to stack up. Brewer goes a bit wide, and that brings Jay Silver's equation, but he goes wide as well. And Jacko, for now, on the fresh tyres, holds on to that P8. AK breathing down the neck of Pompey. Oh, he's hit him! Oh, dear me! Is it damage? Is the damage for the Haas? I don't think it was. It didn't look as bad as what it... I don't think it was as bad as what it looked. I think Pompey braked to go into the pits. AK wanted the position. A bit of contact. I can't even see. It looks like the right hand plate. Is the right hand plate gone? Can I see? We're gonna get... I don't want the helicopter. You want the view in front of his car. As Pompey enters the pit, I think he's lost his right hand plate. I can't... It's not showing me the... Why is it not showing me the right bloody angle? Can I have it, please? Can I can't see. I can't see. I'll have a look again in a minute. That camera angle was atrocious. Anyway, on board with White, another pen for the race leader Chris Panda, and is it going to pot for the Panda? What headline that is? Is it going to pot for the Panda in the Red Bull ring at the moment? He's led every single lap of it, but I believe that's now a couple of penalties for the Red Bull, and it could play a bit of a part. We'll see. I'm sure we'll see later on. And that P4, P5, P6 battle has been really tasty. Whitey at the moment's got it, but Alfie, who's really impressed me so far, on the old soft. So let's have a quick look. The top six haven't pitted yet. Ain't going to be long until they pit. Then you've got a sea of mediums behind them. And of course the softs of AFL and Lewis. I mean, they're bots. They're gonna stay where they are. They're bots. Forget about them too. They're bots. So forget about it. Look at the battle in the midfield again though. As AJ Brewer hunts down Jacko again. He will get DRS. In a DRS zone, of course, 1 of 3 on this circuit, and he'll close the gap again. Obviously, he's got 9 lap holder mediums. I won't stop AJ Brewer going for the overtake, going for the dive bomb potentially into turn 4. He got shoved wide by Jacko. It looked very, very, very tight. As a yellow flag a bit further back, and what's happened? It's Jay Silver on the mediums. I know that Carl and Pompey and Co were in that area. It's a penalty for AEK. It's all going down in Chinatown. There's so many incidents all of a sudden. It looks like Jay Silver, no damage for the new Racing Point fill-in tonight. He's like a Hulkenberg, isn't he? He's filling in for the Racing Points. Love to see it. But no damage, but he was pushed wide. No DNF shit either. I've probably done the commentator's curse now. We'll get a DNF. As Pompey, the next victim to pick a penalty. I'm going to get so many submissions tonight about penalties that want overturning out. It's going to take me ages to sort out. In the pits goes AK and goes Alfie. Whitey gets a penalty as well. They're going to stack up these penalties, I can tell you now. And this pits all over the show, the medium compound are literally covered. Other than the top 4, Panda, Hobbsy, Mike and Whitey yet to pit the top 4 at the moment. However, the ones behind, the likes of AFL, Alfie, Jacko, and Kino and Pompey and AK on recent mediums. Another collision. It's another. Is it? It's the other. Was it AJ? I think it was Brewer. Pompey's right behind Brewer, and they had an incident in the practice race overnight. Let's hope we have no incidents tonight. Touch wood. That's a battle for P8. And Pompey on the fresher mediums, you'd back him, wouldn't you? 1 lap mediums compared to Brewer's 11 lap mediums, and you'd back him. To eventually get that overtake the Williams, who had that, like I said, had that P3 last week. It was a superb effort from Pompey. To be fair to him, I don't think anybody expected that. Even him, if you'd have asked him, I know he's improved massively, but to get a P3 was incredible. Brewer with that P4, and these two were close last week, and they're in a battle again. As Hobbsy, Mike, and Whitey all pit for the mediums. Panda remains on the softs for now. Sure, that's going to change pretty soon for the race leader. Whitey and Alfie in a bit of a battle, and look at that. Between the Williams and the Mercedes battling again for that P4 at the moment. It's Alfie, both on the fresh mediums, but again, on the inside goes Whitey on the Williams. He's pushed Alfie wide, and at the moment, it is a P4 for the Williams of Whitey. He gets that job done. Silver gets another penalty. There's so many pens. As the race leader, Chris Panda, heads into the pits. He should come out where he started, to be fair, into that P1. If he ain't got any pens to do in the pits, he puts on that fresh set of mediums, then Red Bull pit crew not messing about, on the yellow helmet of Chris Panda in and out of the pits like a flash. Hobbsy, he's chasing him though, isn't he, on their mediums? It's going to be tight. Chris will come out first, of course, but Hobbsy is not a million miles behind, is he? That is for sure. And this is the problem, because AFL, a lap behind, he's going to get in the way of Mike Whittier a little bit, isn't he? Hobbsy does get past him, but Mike he's going to find himself stuck behind a little bit. And Hobbsy now 3.3 separate him and Chris Panda. Obviously, I'm sure penalties will come into a factor later on. Brewer now gets a penalty as well. And these penalties are stacking up. And here comes Alfie. He wants that P4 back, the Mercedes on the inside of Whitey, and he gets the job done. Does Alfie? The Mercedes overtakes the Williams. Alfie does lose it a bit. It might give a chance for Whitey here with the DRS to get the position back. It's like leapfrog, isn't it? As Whitey goes to the right of Alfie and gets it again. Incredible racing. Oh, he's gone wide though. He's gone wide. It's an Albon moment. Nearly was. And he's now back in Alfie's court, and these two are having a right battle. And for now, it's back in Alfie's court. But you would imagine that get back to turn 1 in a minute, get the DRS. Whitey's got loads of battery. He's probably going to get it back again. I'm looking a bit further back here. I've got Pompey and Brewer again, and you can almost see he's heading in tears at some point. Pompey has had 10 lap mediums. Sorry, 10 lap better mediums if you compare to the Racing Point of Brewer. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that at the moment. White does get DRS, but it's going to be a bit of a tough one to get him into turn 1. It's going to be a case of getting him now into sector 2 Oh, he goes a bit wide there, Whitey. Nearly lost it, did the Williams, but he holds on. DRS again, but you'd imagine it's not going to be enough just yet. It's going to be a case of getting into that sector 2, towards turn 4, into the next DRS zone. And the thing about this track is DRS zones are so close together. They literally join together. He gets it again, but this could be his chance here, Whitey. Towards Alfie. And again, it's going to be a case of just missing out, but they're going to keep an eye on that one. Again, Brewer and Pompey. Another one. Pompey gets a DRS and he's literally hunting down the racing point. Chris Panda's still got a 4.1 second lead onto Hobbsy. So a couple of little battles towards the midfield that we need to keep an eye on. This one, and of course one a bit further up the field with Whitey and with Alfie as well. He's from Franco Pompey again, sniffing the backside of AJ Brewer. AJ Brewer. I'm just going to call him Brewer. It makes life a bit easy, doesn't it? And I think, I'm not going to jinx it, but I think we need to turn one here. He'll get it. Gets a DRS, but he has pulled away a bit, Brewer, and it's going to be a case again of Pompey just being patient and waiting. Brewer's got the older mediums, it is going to happen. There you go. It's now Whitey's turn to do Alfie. And they both going towards the AI of AFL as well. Passed him pretty easily. I mean, that battle's on the go on all the way, so they got pretty much same. Oh, Brewer's gone. I said something had happened between them two. I don't know if it did happen. The left end plate of the racing point has gone. Brewer's gone. Chris Panda 106.4, the fastest up of the race so far. He's now got a 5.2 second lead to Hobbsy. And if penalties do play a factor, I know that Chris has got a couple of them. He needs to build up a bit of a lead, doesn't he? Brewer there, as you can see, damage to the racing point. Did it involve Franco Pompey? Who knows? Hobbsy, as we mentioned, does get another penalty for himself as a battle between Alfie and Whitey continues. Whitey at the moment in the Williams edging it. But I'm sure that Alfie will want that P4 back. It's going to be a case of leapfrog until the last lap. It just is. Let's have a quick run through. Chris Panda leading the race so far. 5.8 seconds towards Hobbs. This is not including pens. I'm going to reiterate that again. Who now leads 5.5 to Mike. The top three started like that and remain like that. And look at this again. A bit further back. Whitey P4 for now. But you imagine in a minute's time, it'll probably change again. Whitey and Alfie are in a superb battle for that P4 spot. And we'll keep an eye on that. Jackar's lost out a bit. He's now P6. Keno P7. Not a bad opening race so far for the new Red Bull driver. Pompey P8, AK P9, and Carlo, to be fair to him, he's made some ground up. He's now getting that point at the bottom. J Silver 11th. Brewer just come out of the pits with some mediums on. He's 12th, and of course the AIs of AFL and Lewis Wyatt in P13 and P14 respectively. Now 16 laps to go. Where's this 20 laps on? It's absolutely flown by. I apologise if the commentary's been a little bit rusty today. My first one on my own for a long time, and I've had a pretty tough couple of months. Personally, I'm not going to get into it, of course. It's, you know, it's not a bloody Jeremy Kyle show, but yeah, I do apologise if it's not amazing tonight. I'm still getting back into it. I'm still trying to get back to feeling myself. So if it's not 100%, do apologise. I'm going to get better and better and get more confident as the weeks go on. It's been a while, so please bear with me. I'm no David Croft. I'll do my best. Like I said, the more we do it this season, the more we do it this year, I'll get better and better. Right? Like I said, it's hard as well on your own. When you get a couple of co-commentators on, it'll make things a bit easier, because I feel like when there's two of you, it's like a discussion. Whereas when you're on your own, it's literally on your own, and that's it. You're talking to yourself. And tomorrow I'm commentating Malimi again, so it's like, you know, it makes a big difference when there's two of you. On your own, you start like talking to yourself. It's a bit like, but anyway, enough of that. Let's focus on the last 15 laps of this race, and Chris Panda at the moment might win. These penalties are going to play a fight because he got really wide there, the Ferrari of Mike. And I do feel these penalties, a lot of pens, especially the front three. I've noticed the front three, between them have stacked up quite a few pens. Could that bring Whitey, I'm not going to check the pens, I'm going to give it as a surprise, could that bring Whitey, Hedge and Cam big link up in the box? Oh, you know it, mate, 100% we'll have to do that. Chris, Hobbsy and Mike, to be fair, have smashed it and they've not really been phased, but if these rains are come, I can't check the weather, I'm not a forecaster. It's not available at my, you know, for me here. But if there was rain to come, it would mean new tyres on, depending on how late the rain comes. At the moment, it looks very clear. There's no sign of rain at the moment. But if there was rain to come, it could play a big factor towards the end And there's still plenty of time for a safety car. Plenty of time for a safety car. Panda's got pens, but he's got a 7.3 lead to Hobbsy. He's flying, to be fair, is Chris, and has no sign of let up at the moment. As Carlin passes AK, and he's making ground up as a new McLaren driver. P9 for Carlin now. Pompey, he's stuck behind AFL, which is not ideal, is it? He gets past the Renault, the bot Renault, and he gets it. And look, it's getting to that stage of the race now where things are getting quite quiet. The gaps are increasing. To be fair, Kino's on it. He's on it, to be fair to him. He's now on that P6 from Jacko. A P1 from Jacko last week. But of course, not going to happen tonight unless a miracle. I mean, to be fair, nothing's impossible in F1. We should know that. I should know that. I've seen so many things on commentary. In my league, in other leagues, and F1 can just baffle you. But you do tend to get to the stage of the race where things are a little bit quiet. The gaps have opened up a little bit. Things have spread out. Even that one there, I mean, Whitey's, to be fair, has got a bit of a lead now on Alfie. It does get to that stage where things do just sort of start to settle a little bit. This looks like closest battle at the moment, which is Jacko followed by the Red Bluff Kino, who's impressed me tonight, the new man. And he wants that P6, and with penalties, don't rule out the top three are not done yet. If a safety car was to come out, and that's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, it could change everything, and I really mean that. Because if these, I mean, I know, I'm not going to check pens, of course. I've already mentioned that, but Chris has got pens, Hobbsy and Mike have got pens, others have got pens. It'll change everything, and that could happen. That'd be mad. To be fair, 14 drivers, 23 laps in, obviously a couple of AIs, no one's DNF'd yet. Pretty impressive, to be fair. I'm actually quite proud. No safety car, no VSC. It's always nice to commentate to have a safety car because it opens up the race a bit and adds a bit of drama, but it's less incidents for me to deal with. So Jack got a pen, and that does give Kino the chance. 8.7 on Hobbsy 7. Oh, Mike went nearly sweeping up the gravel there. Mike on the Ferrari. Whitey now the one at the moment that looks the closest battle by some margin. Jack on Keenan, it does look like the closest battle by some margin. That is for sure. He's second between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. And like I said, it does get to this stage in the race where you can sort of sit back a little bit and just take it in and oh, and there's Brewer! Brewer's spun! Oh dear, is he gone? He's not gone! I'm trying to get a view on him. He's regained it. He's regained it, Brewer. I thought I might have got a safety car just because there were cars around him. No damage, lucky boy. He's going to let Hobbsy pass, which is good sportsmanship, I like that. I hope he is anyway. Looks like he is. But not been the race that Brewer wanted. A superb start in Monza last week, and it's gone to pot a little bit for the racing points. Who did lead the constructors? They had 26 points. Obviously, one of the racing points isn't here tonight. It looks like they're going to get no points tonight. It looks like the Ferrari and the Williams, who are both well in the top 10, are going to make some ground and possibly overtake the two of them. So that could be interesting. On the constructor margin, the standings after week 1, Jacko 25 points, Scalesy 16, Pompey 12 is the top 3. That's going to change a lot as well, you'd imagine, with Chris and Hobbsy and Mike even, and Whitey, of course, and Alfie. 5 drivers that didn't really do very much last week are all well up there, which is great. I mean, I can't lie, there's a little bit of me that wish Jelly was here, because I know how good Jelly is. Obviously, he was the driver champion last year. You know, when you do that, you're good. There's no doubt about that. And I wish he was here tonight, because him being in the mix as well, and Scalesy, to be fair, who was phenomenal last week, he would have made it an incredible. I mean, it has been a good race, but of course, with the extra them two in, you know, Jelly and Scalesy, it would have been crazy. So I'm gutted, to be fair, that Dopey Jelly forgot his controller, but what can you do? It happened, and I'm sure he'll be back next week in Spain. And I remember, actually, if he's watching, bit of a curse in Spain last year, Jelly. I remember commentating Catalonia with Limmy, and Jelly went right into the barrier and got a DNF. So he's not got many fond memories of Spain, but he needs the points, Jelly, after a P6 last week, and of course nothing tonight. The man who won it last year, look, he's got 21 races to make up for it. But he's got work to do. 10 laps to go. There's fresh softs for the Red Bull of Kino. Is he going for the fastest lap? Possibly. Jacko also on the fresh softs in the front. He needs to get out quick because the likes of Pompey, Carlin, and Kino are all on his tail and should all probably get past him here. This could be one to keep an eye on. Going to come out behind all of them, Jacko. Into 9th. And now Kino on the tail of Carlin Taylor, the two new boys in Hedge Racing, looking for a big start. And Kino's on the inside of Carlin and gets the position. A pretty routine overtake, to be fair. Both give each other enough room, all the respect. And it's the Red Bull that does the McLaren, that rainbow coloured McLaren for now. And the sun's out. I mean, I'm no weatherman. It don't look like I'm going to get any rain. I don't think we're going to get any rain. So it's going to be a case of now. I mean, Panda on the old, you got these lot in the top 6 on the old mediums. They're going to go to the end on them now. They're not obviously in the greatest nick, but they're going to go to the end of them now. And if, and it's a massive if now at this stage of the race, but if there was a safety car now, very, very impressed, to be fair. No VSCs and no safety cars, but if there was a safety car now, and you've got Kino and Jacko on the fresh softs, and the rest on Pompey going on for the softs as well. And with these a couple of these lot on pens, it could change everything. And there's a little bit of me, despite the top 3 working the backsides off and leading the race throughout. And I called this top 3, and I'm getting the prediction spot on. There's a little bit of this. Let's get a safety car out and let's see what happens. But you'll see they're all going to pick another penalty for Brewer, and it's now a soft compound for Pompey. I would imagine it's soft compound for Carlin as well. Is it all the mediums for Carlin? Was that intentional? I'm not too sure. Did he just have mediums on, didn't he? But it's a fresh set of mediums for Carlin. I don't know if that was intentional or not. AK on the old mediums. He's getting a P8, and I think he got a P8. Was it a P8 or P9 last week? So again, solid points for the ass. He's doing a good job. Jacko on the old softs. Only his 7th for Jacko so far. Not as good as he did last week when he won the race winner. And he's getting to stage again now in the race where it's just opened up. There isn't really many battles going on. It's got on board with the race leader, Chris Panda. Again, I'm not sure how many pens he's got. He's got 8.4 seconds on Hobbsy for now. That doesn't seem to be closing. And to be fair, he has raced phenomenally tonight, Chris Panda. As is the top 3, all 3 of them. And to be fair, actually, the top 5, no one's not raced well. It's been a superbly, and I don't want to jinx it again, commentator's curse. There's 8 laps to go. No safety car, no VSC. Look, it's not the track where you get hammered with safety cars. But I've been very impressed. Mike, another penalty for the Ferrari. He's hanging on to that top 3. He's 9 seconds on Whitey, but will the penalties take Mike out of them podium positions? A safety car now could change absolutely everything, especially for the top 3. And like I said, a little bit of me, as a neutral, as a commentator, as somebody who analyses the race, get a safety car out and see what happens. That little bit of me just thinking, go on then. AJ Brewer stuck behind his teammate Jay Silver, well, his filling teammate, his standing teammate Jay Silver. And it's going to be no points to Brewer at the moment. It's going to be the only official driver that gets nothing. Obviously penalties could change that, etc, etc. But obviously Jay Silver is a filling, so no points to him. These two are AI, so no points for them. So at the moment, AJ Brewer, who got 4th last week, no points tonight. Carlin with a 1 point, and obviously everybody else above. Obviously get the points as they should. Chris Panda now 8-second lead on Hobbsy. Now Hobbsy 11 seconds. Our top 3 started like that, and have literally just been comfortable. They've done the job. There's been no real pressure on them. Another penalty for Jacko. They're building up, and we've I don't think Kino's chasing him. Kino's actually done him now, but Jacko looking for the overtake again. He's going to know the inside. It's going to be a Hamilton and Albon moment here potentially. Is it going to be now? Oh, I thought for a second Hamilton Albon written in the stars there. But these two are not shy. Kino wants points in his opening lane. Jacko wants to gain ground. He's the leader at the moment, I say, in the championship. Oh, this contact! And Kino, has he saved it? He has saved it just. I thought Jacko had just knocked Kino off the track into next week. But to be fair, he saved it, and for now, Jacko has got penalties, gets the P6 back, but I'm sure Kino won't go away. That looks like the closest battle at the moment, to be fair. Carlon's not far behind Pompey. Obviously, Pompey the fresh swaps compared to the mediums of Carlon. You'd expect Pompey to be comfortable. But we know Carlon's quick, and that extra position, a P8 for Carlon today, could be huge in his first race. We're down to the last 6 laps of the Grand Prix as Kino again hunts down Jacko. No VSC and no safety. If we got one now, it'd be unbelievable. But it has happened before. Mark my words, it's happened before. Never rule out with safety car until literally the last lap. Everything looks pretty much set in stone. Oh, and Hobbsy! Just caught it, didn't we? He just put his ice skates on. Hobbsy on dancing ice there off Formula 1. Oh my word, he nearly just went into a wall. I don't know what that sound was. I'm losing my head. I had a few drinks tonight. It's been a pretty eventful evening. And Hobbsy there. I mean, we caught it, didn't we? Very, very nearly. Said good night. How many are in the stream? Let's say a quick hello. It's not telling me that. I think there's about 20 of you in the stream, which is mad. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate the support, of course. Hope to see you again next week, or the week after, because I'm not going to be here next week, but the week after. Anyway, we're going towards now the penultimate part of the race, where any little incident now, any little penalty, any little collision, whatever you want to call it, could be costly. Chris Panda, 7 seconds down. Obviously, the penalties could play a part. We will see. He's been incredible, Chris Panda. He's led every single lap of the Red Bull Ring so far. 32 laps into the 2.6 mile circuit, and he's led every single lap, and he remains 7 seconds clear of McLaren. Obviously, who's to be fair, has been P2 pretty much the whole race. Mike has held on, and that podium position has been his. There's a racing point here, not moving. It's Brewer again. He's going to let Mike go past, but not been the race that he dreamed of for Brewer, who's got no damage. That pretty much rules out a point finish for Brewer, I think. Now he's 17 seconds behind Pompey. I think he's going to be the unlucky one that misses out on points. Is Brewer, which is a shame because he was superb last week. Anyway, Pompey and Carlon battling it out. White looks to have that P4 position set in stone, doesn't he? Alpha looks to have that P5 position set in stone. He'll be happy, Alfie. He disconnected last week, but we're now into that last 3 laps of the race. So, if he disconnects now, it doesn't matter. He's got the points locked in, which is nice to know. Jacko and Kino, that battle for P6, still well and truly on, but Jacko has held on a little bit now. 2.2 to Kino. AK looks like that P8, a superb race from AK again. I'm sure we're buzzing with that. This could be the cheeky one here, as Pompey gets a cheeky little overtake on Khan. I believe they're in the same party as well. Could be a bit of banter in that party, but for the moment at least, it's the man who got a P3 last week, the Williams of Franco Pompey, that's overtaken the McLaren of Carlon Taylor and got the P9 for now. Only 1 point at the moment for the new man in the McLaren, but will he go back and say, do you know what, Pompey, out on that P9? There's a yellow flag. And Chase still was retired. I don't think it's make much of a difference. He was already towards the back. He's off the track. It ain't going to make much of a difference. Unlucky Jay, thank you for filling in, mate. Unfortunate. He's off the track, to be fair. It ain't going to make any difference. I was the first retiree of the whole session, and it's took 34 laps. We might get a bit of rain here, you know. It's getting a bit dull. It ain't going to make a difference for tyres now, but could we get a bit of rain for the last couple of laps? Maybe. Can't tell a DRS on the Williams of Franco Pompey. He's hunting him down. That P9 position is well and truly up for grabs. His lag on the screen of Franco Pompey. He's known for a bit of lag now and then, isn't he? And Carlon Taylor now gains that position for now. Other than that, it looks pretty much set in stone, doesn't it? There's not really much. I mean, you know, 2 seconds behind Jacko. Don't think he's going to close that gap down now. Other than the Carlon and Pompey battle, it looks pretty much set in stone. I mean, it looks like we're going to have no VSC or no safety car. And I think, if my calculations are correct, throughout the whole of last season in Edge Racing, cut in the grass. The new Williams lawnmower available in B&Q now. Oh my god, he nearly went right off there, Pompey, as he cut the grass in Austria. Oh, and a penalty for Carlin. Ooh, sneaky. Could be interesting. 2 laps to go anyway. And what I was saying is, the whole of last season in Edge Racing, there was only one race that had no safety car, no VSC, and that was France, the Paul Ricard. It's going to happen tonight, and my first commentary on the second race of the season. A lap and a half to go. Chris Panda got a 6.9 second lead on the McLaren of Hobbs, who now leads Mike by 12.1. There's 10.7 separating Whitey and Alpha. Now, there's been a lot of penalties dashed around from everyone, pretty much. Are they going to play a part? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, you probably think so. Has Chris Panda got more penalties than Hobbsy? Has Mike got more penalties than Whitey? Has Whitey got more penalties than Alpha? These are all things. Jacko, has he got more penalties than Keno? There's so many things here. It's been on to the second to last lap. Sorry, it's been on to the last lap with Chris Panda, who, to be fair to him, has been incredible. He's led every single lap of the Austrian Grand Prix as the Red Bull, on his own Grand Prix, on the Red Bull ring. Lap 36 out of 36, looking to bring it home. He's led every single lap of it. It's been textbook from Chris Panda. P2 last season behind Jelly. He'll want that P1 this season. No points last week. It looks to be a dream. Are we going to see a shoey from the Danny Rick fan? Could we see a shoey tonight from Chris Panda? But is the win confirmed? 8.5 to Hobbsy. Could he lose out agonisingly, despite leading every single lap because of penalties? Let's see. We're on board with Chris Panda. Is he going to take home the maximum prize? He got the fastest lap in qualifying. It's been a tremendous race, a clean race overall. No safety cars, no VSC. Chris Panda turns turn 8 and he approaches turn 9, 2 turns away from a textbook but superb Red Bull win on the Red Bull ring. Round turn 10, the final corner, and Chris Panda, for now anyway, wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Now on board with Hobbsy. He's been second all race. It's been incredible. My prediction was right, but has he got enough in the tank to beat Chris because of penalties? No, he hasn't. He stays second. Mike coming home from P3, finishes P3 for now. Whitey now stuck behind Brewer. Could that cost Whitey a potential P3? I call the top 3. It looks like my predictions are absolutely spot on as Brewer blocks off Whitey. Oh, that's not good. That could be massive. That he's looking into, because that could have cost White. I don't know. It has 0.47. Oh dear. Okay, we need to look into that later on. Alfie 5th. And it looks like Jacko's going to come on for 6th or easy. The rain's starting now as the race ends. Would you believe it? The rain's coming down now as Jacko, last week's winner, crosses the line. Keno, does he get the 7th? Oh, he doesn't. He stays behind Jacko. AK, a superb race from AK again. Getting the points home for Haas. Steiner will be over the moon, won't he? In the Haas camp, the American team. It's a P8 for AK. I'm sure his teammate, who's not here tonight, will be buzzing with that. And there you go. That is the Austrian Grand Prix. A pretty easy race, wasn't it? Not much going on. The little thing at the end there. Brewer was stopping. Well, there's White, who well, he's been given the games driver of the day. Will he get driver of the day in the game? We will see. But there is the top 3. And Chris Panda led every single lap, 36 out of 36. He wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Congratulations to Red Bull. Congratulations to Chris Panda. It is a win for Chris Panda. He led every single lap of it. He takes home the full points. He's off the mark this season, Chris Panda, and he'll be hungry for more. Congratulations to Mike and Hobbsy as well. They were superb. I called the top 3. I said it would stay the same, and it does. It was. I mean, genius prediction for me, wasn't it? But congratulations to Chris, to Hobbsy, to Mike. That's the controversial one, because Whitey only finished 0.4 behind Mike. Now, if Brewer didn't stop him, and Brewer did slow him down, it might have been unintentional, of course, but if Brewer didn't slow him down, well, would he have got 3rd? We will see. White needs to submit that. I'm not going to talk about if, buts and maybes. Congratulations to Chris Panda, Hobbsy, Mike, and to be fair to every single one of you, it was a tremendous race. No safety car for VSC. I'll be honest, I am surprised, but it's not a bad thing. It might give me a bit less work to do. Congratulations to the winner, Chris Panda, to P2 Hobbsy, and to complete the podium, the Ferrari of Mike Whitt. Congratulations to every single one of you, and thank you again for giving up your Saturday evenings to be a part of Hedge Racing. It's been an absolute pleasure. Any comments in the stream? I'll have to have a look. I've not actually looked at the stream, to be fair, during the race. That is your final Austrian Grand Prix. Any feedback from the commentary would be great. I know it's not been the smoothest commentary. It's my first one back, to be fair, since, well, on my own for a long time. So I hope it's been okay for you. I will get better as I go on. There's a final look at the standings. I know the Austrian Grand Prix, as soon as it comes around, is gone again. And next week, it is Catalonia. We are in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix, and I'm sure that'll be another fun one. But again, one more congratulations to Chris Panda. He led every single lap, 36 out of 36, textbook from Andy. We know can be so good at the game. But I'm sure that like the jelly and scales, he'll come back with vengeance next week. They missed it tonight. I'm sure they'll be back next week to make it even more interesting. An absolute pleasure. I'm not going to ramble on too much longer. It's been an absolute pleasure again. Thank you to every single one of you who tuned into the stream. Let's have a quick look in the comments. I've not had a chance to look at them. No jelly, no pie. That was an hour ago. Wow, I didn't even see that. No jelly, no pie. Can I drive? Safety car first lap, no safety car at all. What are the odds on that? No, look, thank you. There's been loads of people tuning in, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and like I said, I will get better week in, week out. I want to improve massively. It's been a while, but it's good to get back into it. Congratulations again to all the drivers. Thank you so much, and I will see you very, 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 very soon back on commentary in Hedge Racing. Good night. Take care.